It's an extremely worrying situation for India on coronavirus front. The pandemic is really increasing in a very, very worrisome manner. Now, friends, this is a very short video tutorial. I will give you all the facts, figures, statistics, compare the Indian situation with the situation in America, in Brazil. So, stay with me till the end. I am Rajiv Sharma. Now, yesterday, that is Sunday, on 30th of August, when normally the testings are low, India became the first country to cross 80,000 corona cases in a day. 80,000, 80. Now that too when testings were low. Now testings are likely to pick up from, from Monday, Tuesday, on work days. So one can imagine what will be the situation. What is the situation in store for India? Now, India has crossed 80,000 cases in one single day, becoming the first country to do so. Delhi, for example, has crossed 2,000 cases for the first time in over 50 days. Now, if you look at the total overall India picture, the situation is the pandemic is on the rise constantly. Say, for example, in the past 5 weeks or so, on July 26, for example, India crossed 50,000 cases in a day. On August 6, India crossed 60,000 cases in a day. Actually, on 6th of August, it was over 62,000 cases. On 19th of August, India crossed 70,000 cases in a day. These are the records. Now, 30th of August, India crossed 80,000 cases. So, this shows the graph is steadily going up. Now, India is reporting more cases every day, steadily, than the US and Brazil were reporting when the pandemic was at its peak there. This is mind blowing. Now, while the pandemic has plateaued in US and Brazil, in India it has not even reached its peak yet. The peak is yet to come. Now, that is where we need to really worry. Yes, I agree that India has fared better than US and Brazil on many fronts. For example, if you look at cases per million population, then India has reported only 2,600 cases per million. While in the case of US, this is more than 18,000, and same too with Brazil. So, in our case, 2,600. In case of US and Brazil, 18,000 each per million. So that way India figures better. Yes, in terms of deaths per million also, India record is much better. For example, India has 48 deaths per million against 500 in US and 500 in Brazil. Now, if you look at the fatality rate ratio, then there too, we are doing better than the global average. If you look at the fatality rate, India's fatality rate, coronavirus fatality rate is 1.8%. The global average is 3.4%. The US average is 3.1%. The Brazil average is 3.2%. Now, one of the reasons for the high number of reported cases in India now, obviously that cases will rise as the testing steps up. Now my worry is, and our worry should be, the testing is going to really step up. For example, we have had 2 days when the testing exceeded 1 million in a day, twice. Now, this is a massive jump. See, this is the only solution for corona. Testing, testing, testing. The more tests you conduct, the safer you are. That is where the advanced countries, the more developed countries, they score over us. But 1 million tests per day is a high figure for India if you compare it to the low of just 2 lakh cases in June. Now, if you talk about the US has a 250,000 cases per million, 250,000 tests per million. So, which means that they are covering virtually a quarter of their population by the tests. Brazil, though much less than US, but it is much better than India. In fact, we are doing better than Brazil, because Brazil is doing only 67,000 cases per million, tests per million. Now, no, Brazil is number 2. Sorry, US tests are 250,000 per quarter. Now, if you listen to this figure again, Brazil tests are 67,000 per million. India's test average is 31,000 per million. So we are less than half than Brazil that way. Now, the real challenge lies in conducting more and more tests and making it a million tests daily and a must. That is important. And of course, social distancing and masks are very important. And in my next video, I will give you a very interesting story about how Europe is erupting over in protests against these masks and restrictions on corona. So friends, I hope you will like this video, and please subscribe to my channel, Rajiv Kishkinda. Thank you.